Boris Johnson, UK Prime Minister, has the coronavirus. London. For weeks, Prime Minister Boris Johnson of Britain was a defiant holdout among Western leaders in refusing to lock down his country against the spread of the coronavirus. On Friday, he became the first of those leaders known to have contracted the disease. Mr. Johnson's diagnosis, confirmed in a test on Thursday, threatened to throw an already rattled British government into turmoil. Fears of a wider contagion grew, as two other senior officials disclosed that they, too, were infected. And with the heir to the throne, Prince Charles, saying this week that he had fallen ill with the virus, Britain faced the alarming prospect of having to confront its greatest crisis since World War II with several of its leading figures in quarantine. Mr. Johnson, 55, insisted he would not relinquish his duties. In a remarkable 2-minute video posted on Twitter, he used his own case as a sort of teachable moment for the country, appealing to people to work from home and comply with the more drastic social distancing measures he put in place Monday. "I've developed mild symptoms of the coronavirus," said Mr. Johnson, looking wan and speaking with a rasp in his voice. "Be in no doubt that I can continue, thanks to the wizardry of modern technology, to communicate with all my top team to lead the national fight back against coronavirus." But a critical member of his cabinet, Matt Hancock, the health secretary, also tested positive, meaning that the two people most directly responsible for dealing with the virus are now afflicted with it. The government's chief medical advisor, Chris Whitty, also reported symptoms of the virus and said he was isolating himself. There are fears that other officials who have been in meetings with Mr. Johnson could also have been exposed. If Mr. Johnson becomes incapacitated, his duties would be taken over by the Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab, who has tested negative for the virus.